Hello everyone, in today's video we are gonna check how this Evergrande Saga is affecting Bitcoin and the crypto market. Also, we will check some prices and I am in the Lanceria alpha test. I'm gonna show you how the platform looks like and I will apply for a job in this video. My name is Sabi and I'm here to help you with crypto. So if you like crypto, consider subscribing. Let's dive in. Before we start, obviously the usual, use a VPN. If you want to get in contact with me, Twitter, Discord, everything is in the description. Feel free to send me a message, tweet me, anything you'd like. We are at the Bitcoin price chart and as you can see, we bounced back from the 41-ish to the 43,000, but obviously we didn't break this resistance line, which is a downwards trend line. Now, if I would just make a line here, as you can see, we are in this downward trend and we would need to break it in order to go back and attack the 50,000 again, or at least the 48,000. I would be happy with that as well. I still think that some great things are ahead of us, but right now we don't see any big movements out of the fact that the whales are going around and accumulating in the background, as I said in my yesterday's video. Ethereum also had a bounce back to the 3000s, but it seems that this 3000 aroundish resistance is holding the price down, so we would need much more juice to break it through. The market doesn't look too bad, but right now we are in this fear zone, and usually in the fear zone you should buy. Not a financial advice. Elrond is now back at the 200s. I can't really decide if we are out of not of this symmetrical triangle. We developed a sideways movement, but this is also because of the market. As you can see, we have quite a strong resistance, support here. Let me just draw the line, but yeah, you can see it in this rectangle as well. Until now it is holding the price, and we would need some movement from Bitcoin, some decided breakout, hopefully in the upside, to see some movement for Elrond as well. I do think that Elrond right now is in a very hard accumulation zone. Yeah, I think this is a dip, but I wouldn't be surprised if we revisited this 170 here price target again, in case Bitcoin goes down to the 40 or 38,000. Now, what is happening with Evergrande? Well, Evergrande missed to pay the interest on the bonds because people are buying Evergrande bonds, and they every quarter they are paid some money, and in this case it was 47.5 million. This should have gone to the investors, but it didn't, and this is a pretty bad thing. Obviously, it seems that they cannot pay, and Evergrande says that they sent the payment, the other party says they didn't receive it. Therefore, yeah, it's a total mess. Now, China doesn't want to bail them out because it would cost them a lot of money. Now, the thing is that Central Bank of China said that they will bail out the people, those who started a debt or a credit with a bank and bought a house or an apartment which wasn't even built yet, and it won't be built because Evergrande should build it. That could ease up the, let's say, the crash. As you can see right now, they are trying to avoid a 2008-like situation where the mortgage market, the real estate market just crashed because, let's say, the banks and the financial institutions lied about the bonds, about how good quality bonds they are selling. If you want more information about that, watch the movie The Big Short and you will understand it from there. I already watched it twice, to be honest, but let's just make a quick summary because I don't want to bore you to the death. Right now, there are two major investors into Evergrande bonds, and those two are BlackRock and Fidelity. Now, the news said that BlackRock has 1/5 of his assets in Evergrande bonds, which is a lie. They have like 1%, and Fidelity has 0.5%. Therefore, it's not, let's say, it's not expected BlackRock or Fidelity to crash in case Evergrande files bankruptcy. Now the thing is that again we are coming with the same dumb money or dumb investments or greedy investments. I don't think that those people are dumb. They are pretty smart, but they are greedy. And as you can see, Fidelity right now is investing in bonds with a yield to maturity 10.12% and a running yield of 6.91%. This is high. This is a very high yield. With high yield comes also the high risk, and the credit rating exposure, well, it will show you how risky is this. As you can see, the bonds are, or the credit bonds are evaluated based on how sure is that they are gonna be paid back. For example, if you take a credit and you have a stable job, you don't have a credit card debt, you don't have a leased car, and yeah, you don't have high expenses, both of you and your wife or your girlfriend or your partner or whatever are working, you are going to be a AAA because you have a good credit score. But if you are a day trader who are losing and yeah, 50-50 if you're gonna make the money or not, and your partner is not working, so everything relies on your day trading skills, you might get a triple B or a double B. Now, I don't want to offend anyone, I'm just saying that there are situations where you don't have a good credit score because you have credit debt, maybe you didn't pay them back in time. Lots of things can happen to ruin your credit score. Now the thing is that these bonds, these high yield bonds with the 7%, are the following: AAA, no. AA, no. Why? Why would they need low risk, low yield bonds? They don't need it. There are A's, which are 2%, triple B's, 2%, double B's and B's, 34 and 37%. Now the problem is that if you go to Investopedia and you want to check how good are these bonds, then they will tell you that down from A, everything is junk bond. Junk bond is what created the 2008 market crisis, because everybody sold bonds as double and triple A's, and in reality these double and triple A's were more of like triple B's and double B's, so people couldn't pay back their credit to the bank, they couldn't pay the mortgage on their house, insurance companies went bankrupt, and it was a domino effect which was felt all around the world, and that was only because the banks packed and created bonds so they can sell them as AAA, and in reality those were triple B's or double B's. So right now in this situation it is not as bad as it sounds, because and obviously we don't know, but if the people will be, let's say, protected by this, then maybe yes, there will be some kind of mini market crash. But as long as the people are protected and they are not on the streets, and they can pay back their mortgage, or they don't have to, then yes, I don't think a 2008 like market crash will be happening from this part. But in the meantime, as you can see on Bitcoin, this was on the 28th of September, and that is where they didn't send the bonds. It is just fantastic how everything is connected to everything. Every bigger payment or every bigger bonds or market crisis, which shouldn't be even connected to crypto, it is felt in Bitcoin. And the explanation here is that Bitcoin is still very young, because otherwise this should be an asset which holds your money. That is why when the dollar goes down, Bitcoin's price go up, and vice versa. So I do hope that in 10, 20, 30 years, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be the assets which will protect your money from these type of dumb ideas and greedy decisions. But right now we are facing some troubling times. Nevertheless, I do think that this will be solved. They will not let Evergrande to crash the global market, and I hope that we will go up and we will have a last bull run for this year. If this wasn't understandable and if I left out something, feel free to comment. I am not a market expert, therefore all the information I could share is from the internet, from the documentaries and from people on YouTube. Okay, last thing I wanted to talk about is the Lanceria app. And as you can see, if I go to my profile, I filled out my profile. I completed everything, obviously more or less like a joke. I do have a couple of things which I want to discuss because I don't really like it, and if somebody from Lanceria is watching this video, then maybe they can address this problem. So I couldn't find my profession here. I don't know if Lanceria was trying to only focus on program development and graphic design and many others, but I couldn't find my profession here, which is mechanical engineering or civil engineering. I'm mechanical, but civil engineering also was not to be found. And I think it's a pretty big market, so they might need to add that. I think those are also very heavy, but probably they also know what is the market request, what is the demand for this type of industry. Nevertheless, I put in video editing kind of thing because that's what I'm doing for the YouTube. So next thing, I only can attach JPEG files here. I don't think it's a big problem, but yeah, maybe for the future when they want to fine-tune a couple of things. The other thing which I might misunderstood or I didn't like is that I needed to input there that I can do a job in 5 days for this money without knowing what the job is. I didn't apply for any job. I just needed to complete that I can do a job in 5 days for, I don't know, $50. And that is something which I don't really understand. It wasn't an hourly pay, or maybe I didn't see something. As you can see, I can put here that I want, I don't know, I want 50 lens per hour for my services, but I didn't understand what is there with the service stuff. But I'm sure there is an explanation, or it will be fine-tuned. Obviously, these are the times when we need to provide some feedback. Again, with the skills, as you see, I can put here marketing, graphic design and administration, but this is not really my profession, therefore I couldn't put into the skills what skills I have. I wanted, I don't know, design of stuff. I designed a lot of things and I do have some skills. They are not for YouTube. I think this would come with the including an industry. I mean, the skills would come or would appear when they include another industry. I hope they do. I do need that they need to expand a bit. They want to bring in more and more people. It's not only program and web development and graphic design in the world. I know that most of the guys and girls who are working in Lanceria, they are focused on this area, but yes, I am telling you, if you're watching, that there are other areas which are using this freelancing services, and I've worked many years as a freelancer, as a mechanical design engineer. Therefore, yeah, try and discover other areas as well. But I think you're doing good that first you do what you know about and then maybe expand. I don't know. The other thing which I didn't like, it's not a big deal, but it's just annoying that I can't go back and choose the year. I graduated in 2013. I don't want to go back to 2013 or 2009 when I started. By months is just annoying. This is just annoying. Please update this calendar because it's just driving me nuts. I don't like it. And yeah, all I want is so I can click on the year, choose the month and the date, and that's all. Okay, I don't know how complicated it is to do this, but I saw it on other sites and it's much better. I think the devil is in the details, and you should focus on these details because they're important. Okay, as a last thing on the Lanceria alpha test, I mean, I will test it more, but here in the video, I will apply for a job. And I don't know to which one I want to apply because, yeah, everyone is a mock-up. So let's see what was the last one. Need job of React.js. I already tweeted that I will do an awful job and that I will cry about not getting paid enough. So skills, backend developer, front-end developer, software testing. I have experience in none of them. It's 46 months, it's in Romania. I think that's okay. even though he said that he is gonna pay 100 lang per hour and I wanted to work for 50 lang per hour, then it's still not enough. I will want 200. Attach files. I will post here my logo. So we will see what is happening. Is he going to reply to me? Is he going to be funny? I want him to be funny. I want a proper fake project to go on here, so we can review milestones maybe and get paid or something like that. So yeah, let's see what is happening, and I will check in with another video to see how this is going on. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you liked the content. If you did, please smash the like button. You help me a lot triggering the YouTube algorithm. And I see you tomorrow. Take care.